We are here for a special event. I have a coworker who works with me, and her friend is a huge Mike Myers. Her friend. Did I say her friend? Her son is a huge Mike Myers fan, and apparently her daughter's following in his footsteps. So I told her about this. I told her the kids could play as Mike Myers. I'm assuming that they're allowed to watch Mike Myers stabby in movies. They're okay to do it in the video games. So we're going to try and get in as Mike Myers, as hard as it is to play as a killer in daytime. So we'll need some patience. And hopefully we'll get to go into Hawkins' lab a few times. Get out of here. Get out of here. First thing I'm going to do is get in as the killer. And, okay, we're going to start here. So, just to introduce you to Dead by Daylight, or Vanessa and her kids, and to anybody who's never seen it before. This is a game of killers versus survivors. There's usually, I think, 4 survivors max. I think there's 4 survivors and 1 killer with a total of 5 usable in-game players, so sometimes there's not enough survivors, so there's less survivors. Ow, Pyramid Head, your back was gross. The killers all have, the main moves of the killers are the same. You chase them down and hit them, they fall, you hook them. If you hook them 3 times, the survivor dies, and you win if you kill all the survivors. The survivors are trying to fix generators. If they fix all 4 generators, I think, the power to the exits open. If they can open an exit and then get out, the survivors that survived win. I play this game wholly for fun, so it's just fun to stalk around as a killer. The killers are varied, and they all have their own special moves, from some originals like the Jason S. Trapper, Wraith, and whatnot, to third-party ones like Pyramid Head here, and of course the one we're going to try today, Mr. Myers. I'm already at level 5 with Mr. Myers. Now, they also have their own unique special moves. For example, Myers here has 2 things that are opposite ways to play him. If you stay in level 1, Myers does not have much of any detection radius. The detection radius is the survivor's ability to notice the killers nearby by their heartbeat beating fast. They can just feel the oppression of a killer being nearby. However, if Myers is never leveled up in game, which I'll tell you about here in a minute, he will retain level 1 and he'll have no detection radius, which makes him into a jump scare killer, meaning they won't know you're there until you're in their face, and it's actually pretty terrifying. I've had to go against one before that had a Myers that stayed level 1 and you had no idea if he was ever near you. That said, Myers, or someone, I don't know exactly how you unlock it, there's another special that I think comes with Myers called Scratch Mirror, which allows the killer to see through walls, basically wall hacking, so completely cheap, but it's in-game. So if you have Myers, keep at a level 1 Myers, and get the wall hacking ability, Scratch Mirror, you pretty much have the ultimate jump scare killer on your hands. And it's pretty cool to play with. I haven't played too much with Michael. Other than that, he's your basic killer. He does have a second way to play where you can stalk an obsession. You get an obsession, you stalk them, you stare at them, it'll activate the actual Halloween music. When you stare at them 3 times, it'll raise your level up to 3, I think. You get a level for each completed stalking. And then I think you should be able to do something. Hold on, let's see what it says. Evil Within 3, when triggered, all survivors suffer from exposed. So Evil Within is each level you get from stalking. When triggered, also suffer from the exposed status effect, meaning you can actually stalk them. Evil Within 3 lasts for 60 seconds, which regresses to Evil Within 2. So once you unlock the 3rd level, you can actually see the people through the walls. Sort of like Scratch Mirror, so that's the whole point of getting up there. And you'll be able to chase them down. And a whole minute in this game is actually long enough to take down several people. Especially on Myers' map. Also, on the Halloween map, it does exist in here. Not Haddonfield. It's Haddonfield, right? But the street that Laurie Strode's house is on in here. And Laurie Strode is one of the survivors as well that came with Mikey. Mikey has two outfits. This outfit, which is his normal outfit, and then a hospital gown outfit. I don't know which movie that comes from. I've seen most of the Halloweens, and they're all just interjumbled in my head with the different timelines and whatnot, just making it extra confusing. But yeah. Anyway, in game, you also want to level up this. This is what gives you your character his powers. You'll earn blood points for each game you play, which is basically EXP or experience points, and you spend them in the blood web on certain characters that you want to level up, which will gain them powers. For example, I can get this one called Jewelry. It increases movement speed while stalking, so if I'm stalking someone, I can move faster. This one is Spotted Owl Wraith. This will just give me extra EXP. This one's a mystery box. Ooh, so actually this is perfect timing. So there are 2 or 3 versions of Memento Moris. Memento Moris are finisher moves. If you get someone hooked twice, that way they're called what's dead and hooked. That means if you hook them the 3rd time, they're just dead. Or they progress to dead on hook, and you down them after they're at the dead on hook status. Instead of hooking them, if you have a Memento Mori and all the needs for it are met, you can use finisher moves. In the case of Michael, it's just stabbing them. It's what Michael does. They aren't going to do anything special for him. But each different character have the different Moris. Some of them are super inventive. Some of them follow what they would do in their own game or their own TV show for the third party. That kind of thing. Cypress, I believe, has special needs. So the Cypress allows me to kill the last survivor by the hand during the next trial. I don't even think you need to have... I don't know if you actually need to have a second hook for this one. But that means if there's only one survivor left because either everybody else is dead or everybody else escaped, and you catch that one survivor, you can perform the finisher move. I'm not that good at getting people, but I have once in a while got a final survivor. I even got someone down to the final time limit. Let's go ahead and pick this up. What's this? Distressing. Your horrifying emanation strikes a supernaturally long distance. Your terror radius is increased by 2%, 22%, and you get 100% more blood points for actions in deviance category. What that means is that heartbeat that you feel when the killer's near you is actually increased. That includes level 1 Myers, so instead of having the tiny heartbeat, or non-existent one level 1, they'll probably have a normal one. This one's better for loud, obnoxious killers like Nemesis and the Oni probably, because that means that they'll feel you across the whole map. They'll never know if you're really near them unless they can actually hear you. And sorry, still recovering from surgery. If they get nervous, the characters get nervous when they can hear their heartbeats going off, which makes them have more button action things when they're trying to repair generators. Of course, if they fail at that, the killer will hear the fails. What is this? Boyfriend's memo. Increase range of shapes lunge attack. Ooh, I like that. That's actually, this is something you want to hit with Scratch level 1 or Scratch Mirror Myers, because level 1 Myers is super slow, so this lunge attack actually helps. I guess we'll get that and get that and go up to level 6. Ooh, another one of these. Yes, please. Moldy Oak. Calls upon the entity to slightly decrease distance between sacrificial hooks appearing in the world. That's not bad. Spites in the shadow. The crows found in the world can communicate with you directly. 100% of the time, calling crows give you a visual cue when you are at 20-meter range. Ooh, that's good. Oh, this is another boyfriend memento. Oh man, I got 3 of those. I can at least waste 1. That's a good thing for the shape. Especially if you're going to stick to level 1. I think I'm going to stick to level 1. We're not going to do any stalking. We're going to try and jump scares. Too bad I don't have any scratch mirrors, though. I don't know how to get those yet. Get one of those again. Still got 21 gold. Shot of separation, which I think is I don't know what that is. All survivors trials are separated. Okay. It's interesting. And jewelry. Memorial Flower. Increase the rate at which evil is gained when stalking. That'd be interesting if I play evil. Let's go that. What's this one? Distressing. And now I'm pretty much out of blood points, so we'll need to earn some more blood points. Now, when you're playing this game, it's easier to play the killers at night because there are more survivors online. When you're playing during the day, it's easier to play as a survivor because there's less survivors online, but the killers that want to play. So what that means is we may have to wait here for a bit to get into a thing, but let's go into loadout. So on loadout screen here, you'll have your power. For the killers, the power is always chosen. For Michael, or the Shape, he's got Evil Within. Evil Within 1, stalking until 1 is activated means... Oh, Evil Within 1, sorry, that's just... Okay. Evil Within 1 grants undetectable status effect. Slightly decreases movement speed, but basic attack... Okay, so you have to stalk until 1 is activated. I'm sorry, I thought 1 was activated off the bat. So, if you stalk until you get Evil Within 1, you'll get undetectable status, which will decrease your movement speed, but and attacks will be slightly decreased, but they won't be able to hear you because you're undetectable. Undetectable means no heartbeat. In this, we can attach stuff. Is it... Can you attach to? No, you cannot. No, okay. Only attach one of those. Now, if you were going to Evil Within 3, this would be good. It would increase the duration of Evil Within by 10 seconds. Evil, what is this? Increase the duration of Evil Within by 20 seconds. I bet you if you could do this and this, you can. That would be a 30-second increase. But we're not going to Evil Within 3, so we're going to have to choose. Increases rate which evil is gained while stalking by 11%, so that'll allow us to get to it faster. The offerings, so these will power up your character. So now I can increase my lunge, so if I'm moving slow as Evil Within 1 Meyers, I can still lunge at him. And then this one increases the range which evil is gained, so I can get up to level 1 faster. And level 1 should not wear away. Once I'm level 1, it should stay, unless I go up to level 2 on accident, which my gameplay is screwed. These are the offerings in this world. You're technically, as a killer, working for this godlike plant being known as the Entity, and sacrificing people to it, unless you use your Mori, upon which it steals the heal from it. This is the offering to that entity. Both killers and survivors can offer to an entity. So you can only do one. I am tempted to do the Mori. Once you use it, it will be spent up, whether or not you actually use it in game. Once it's in the offering thing, you can't use it. But I'm gonna keep that for now. We might use it next time. We're gonna see how well I play as this character. Both these and the offerings will be used up, so after this round, these two, or at least one of these, and this one will be up. Ooh, I got hiccups. 23 land points. Increase distance between hooks. That'll allow that will allow easy patrols. But no, we're gonna do this. So everybody's separated and no one can be there. So these are perks. Perks are reusable. They stay with you forever once you unlock them. They will not go away once you use them. You can, once you're up to level 15, you can use 4 at a time. Right now I'm at level, what? I don't know what level I'm at, but I'm at the point where I can only use 2. Save the best for last. You become obsessed with one survivor. Each token for each successful basic attack that is not dealt to the obsession. Earn a token that is not dealt to the obsession. Each token grants a stackable 5% decrease or successful basic attack cooldown. If you earn up to 8 tokens, hitting your obsession with a basic attack will cause you to lose 4 tokens. You can no longer gain tokens if your obsession is sacrificed for field. So, stackable 5% times 8. 40% cooldown on attack, which will make you attack faster, which is not terrible. Spies from the shadow. The crows will tell me where they are. What is this one? Dying Light. You become obsessed with one survivor. Your obsession gains a 33 action speed bonus. Ugh. Each time you hook a survivor other than the obsession, if the obsession is alive, it gains a token. If the obsession is alive, all survivors who are not the obsession get 2% penalty to repair. healing, sabotage, and speeds for each token. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. So this would make the obsession faster, but everybody else slower. I'm not sure I like that. Insidious is undetection if you stand still, but you literally just have to stand still the entire time, which is kind of lame. And not a very good play. No, wait, I like that one. For now. Yeah. Means as long as I don't hit my obsession, I will increase my speed on my swing. I could do crows, spies from the shadow. Play with your food. You become obsessed with one survivor. Each time you chase your survivor and let them escape, you receive a token. For 3 tokens, each token increases your movement speed by 4%. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 12% increase in speed, which would be good for level 1. Distress scene, we know. Bitter murmur, unlocks potential in level or reading. Each time a generator is repaired, survivors within 60 meters of the flame generator will be revealed for 5 seconds. That allows me to see the wall for 5 seconds. When the last generator is repaired, all survivors 7 seconds. Or the crows could tell me where they are. This works at all times, but this one's also good for movement, especially as... But that one's dangerous because I could chase my obsession and lose all these tokens. Whatever, we'll play with. We'll play with these two and see how we do. This may be a very quick match where I lose very fast. Not the greatest at this game, but it's for fun. As you can see, the Myers is more or less the shape from the original movies. Laurie Strode also looks like the original movies Laurie Strode in a video game-ish era. The survivors never look as good as the killers, but they look pretty decent. But he has the wide-eyed William Shatner mask that's been painted white pretty much directly from the movies. And when he changes his form into the hospital gown, I don't think his face is any different. His mask. Would you count the mask as shape or of the shape his face or his mask once he's pretty much a supernatural being? So while it's loading, let's look at the other things. Oh, we already know these. These are the 3. Oh, so this is interesting, by the way. These are his 3 perks, but once you gain perks, you can use them different perks. I think some perks might be cross killers, but not all of them. I don't know. But it only lasts these like a few perks up there, and not all of these were his. So you might be able to unlock perks for everybody. We'll have to look at that by going to some other killer and seeing if they have perks that are similar to these. I'm unsure. Or they might just share different perks might be shared in between these other Lock and Bloodwed. Michael is actually kind of slow at 4.6 meters. 6 meters radius and tall. Michael is tall. And while we're waiting, I'll introduce to you... Oh, we can't do that. Oh, I can do that? Okay. So we're waiting. We'll introduce to you some other characters, just in case y'all ever decide to play this. We've already gone through this in my first intro, so we're not going to read the whole backstory. But other characters you can play with in this game are the Trapper. Trapper's a Jason-esque like character. He carries a machete, wields a mask. At the time, Jason has his own game, and then he had the whole lawsuit thing going on, so they couldn't actually have Jason in the game. But this was their first killer. The biggest difference between him and Jason is that he uses bear traps as one of his main things. And, oh, we're going in. And bear traps are used to trap people. We have Nancy from Stranger Things and 3 originals. These 2 are both Makila. Makila's a witch was one of the latest additions to this game. And Meg is one of the older characters, OG characters. And of course, Nancy Wheeler's from Stranger Things. Again, guys, if y'all want Stranger Things, it gets removed on the 17th, and I don't think it will be in store anymore. So, if you buy it before the 17th, you'll have the ability to play as the Demogorgon, Nancy, and Steve, and John forever. But I don't think that they'll be purchasable or upgradable after that. I don't know. It might still be able to. It'll be weird. It'll be questionable. I don't understand why they're removing Stranger Things from the thing. Maybe because they have a 4th season, but then you think you'd want it. Oh, did we just lose somebody? No. Gila and Nancy. Hello. The shape is so noisy in his mask. Oh, we're back. Thingmean. Aquila, Nancy, and Thingmean. And Meg. Nancy and Michaela, we're waiting on you guys. Y'all should ready up your loadouts before you get loaded in. And we can't poke them. What are my daily rituals? Have any killer rituals? Though these are the daily things that are 2 extra blood points. Oh no, I can't look at them. I can't unselect Nancy. Let's hope that's not an issue in game. We're going to a random map because we're in just regular play mode. They can't see that, by the way. That's a secret one. They don't know that they're going to be like that. When it's secret like that, the other team can't see it. Usually it's a killer perk that remains secret. I don't know if there are survivor perks that remain secret. I'm going to put on both earphones now so I can hear them walking around and crying. Screaming. Now, usually survivors won't know who they're playing against until they get in game. Well, sometimes there'll be a thing down here that says to play against this killer, and I don't know if it's always the killer that it is when it does that. I watched a video yesterday of John Carpenter trying to play the Halloween theme on a Nintendo Labo, and he was just hating on the Nintendo Labo, and it looks like such a dumb toy. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. Like, the best thing to come out of Nintendo Labos is probably their fast VR system, where pretty much just attaches the Switch to your face. But then what is a VR system other than a screen attached to your face? So, you know, this one's just made out of cardboard and carries an expensive $300 system on your face that if the cardboard fails and drops, bad thing. I don't think the Switch is very fall friendly. And if y'all are looking to play Dead by Daylight, you can play it on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox X, the Nintendo Switch, your phone, and the PC. It should be on all of those. Of course, there's some downgraded playability on the phone version, and I don't know if phone version is crossplay. The PlayStation versions, the Xbox versions, and the PCs are all crossplay. I think the Switch version is also crossplay. And of course, downgraded graphics in the Switch version because it's a Switch. It can't handle... It's like PS3-ish era graphics for the Switch version. It's okay. It's not terrible. It does take a little while to load, and then you have this shit. Oh man, that means Did I choose a Mori? I didn't choose a Mori, right? I don't think I chose a Mori, which is good. Player disconnected from the match while loading. Error code 500. Full poopy. Well, at least you get free blood points when this stuff happens. But yeah, I didn't get anything else. Boo. Player, if you see this video, there's boo. The hell. I didn't even get new blood points. I bet you get new blood points when that shit happens. Oh wait, no, cancel. I have to load out. Is it? You see, they need to make it so when that happens, it doesn't eat your Mori. Oh, it didn't eat my Mori. Not my Mori, my offering. Oh, good. The offering's still there then. And so are the other two things. Good. Try it again. Sorry, guys. half this is going to be waiting for people to play with us. Oh, while we're here. So the next OG character is the Wraith. The Wraith is a sympathetic character, actually. He was a guy who was tricked into killing people by mob bosses that ran a junk car yard. He became crazy when he realized he was killing people. The only people where he killed in life were his bosses, and I'm not entirely sure how he died or how he gained this power. His main power is the ability to cloak like the Predator by ringing a bell, which means you can kind of see him when he moves, but not very well, because he's technically invisible. Think Predator or Harry Potter in his robe shroud thing. You can still see the arrow displacement if you're looking well enough, but he's very easy to sneak up on people. If you have certain abilities, like this one, you can get... Oh wait, that's not it. Like another one I have. But you can kick generators and stuff that makes him uncloak really fast. But if not, he has to uncloak by ringing his bell, which gives them a chance to run. It's still pretty freaky to play against. This is the Hillbilly. This was basically based off the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. His background is that as a kid, he was born like this with deformities. He's not wearing skin or anything. And he was abused by his parents to the point where he was locked inside a room forever. And Sephiroth and his dad let him out to kill cattle for the fun of him and some really crooked local sheriff deputies. As a older teenager, adult-ish character, he finally broke, took out his dad and the deputies during one of those things with a cattle hammer, and now roams the woods like a lot like Leatherface with a chainsaw and a hammer. This is a nurse based loosely off Silent Hill nurses and looks, based off ghosts on features. She floats around. She's able to teleport short distances. Fun to use. I like her aesthetic look. Kinda hard to use on a map. She's better to use on a map that is one level. If you have a 2-level map like the Raccoon City Police Department or Saul's map, she'll teleport through the floor when she uses her power, and there's no way to stop that, and it's really annoying if you're trying to get someone right in front of you. You just have to learn not to use it on a floor above another floor. But she's best used in like an open map, like the original maps. This is the Huntress. She's a character who's lived in the... Oh, the nurse was like just some ward nurse who lost her mind after working in the ward too long. The Huntress is a person who is pretty much raised by herself in the woods after her mom died. Her powers she's really terrifying to play against, and she can throw hatchets, which is one of the first. What is this? Oh, we have. I think that's good. I think this is our ping. We have a 62 ping, which is good. I think our loadout's ready. While we're on them, go back here. And she can refill the hatchets at lockers. The hatchets are really kind of OP sometimes, especially if you get to throw in them name in. Michael, you should know. All that stopping and short distance attacks. The Hag is kind of a Wendigo character. She's fast, small, very vicious. I think she has a power where she can leave clones of herself behind. If you run into them, you'll freak out, scream, kind of get slightly stunned, and she can teleport to that clone of herself and then get you. Hopefully we'll actually play this time and no one will leave us. Yes. Democrat Beto O'Rourke is running for Texas and governor in 2022. Maybe we can get a good governor. Tired of the conservative tyrants. Beto's a good person. Oh, healthcare, leave me alone. I already have insurance. What do y'all have planned for Thanksgiving? I think the break for many of the kids next week. I'll be working. My son will be hanging here, playing video games. I'm not here and hang out with me when I am. Some of my family's going to places. Some it's not. I don't really have any Thanksgiving planned. Might visit my dad for food or something on the actual day. Don't think I'm working Thanksgiving Day because usually you have to request to work that day. And here we are. Ooh, the Mississippi. Okay. L2 is to stalk, but you actually have to see people to stalk. Oh, there we are. We were stalking. Are we level 1 now, or what? Okay, so it's not that big of a lunge. Oh, that made us up to 2. Okay, so we might as well go all the way up then. Instant down. Thank you for that. So you get instant downs if you're level 3. That's good to know. Hello. Now they will try to wiggle free if you take too long to put them on. Oh, and there they go. Instant down. Wow, that actually lasts for longer than I thought it would. And now we're down to level 2 here in a minute. So your objective is to hook them on these hooks. This is the first hook, which means they'll have an easier... Oh, it's a cooldown. Okay, there's a... Oh no, there we go. I don't want to guard. Guarding's kind of lame. Your choice on how to play. There's definitely increased speed as this. God, he's got a weird turn radius. Okay, so this is going to be her first hook. I kind of like level 3 Meyers. I wasn't building up for level 3 Meyers, but it's fun. There's a hook. Okay, let's go break this before they get it all set up. They now have one generator. If you damage the generator, it regresses its... There's my obsession. Is that Lori too? Is my obsession Lori? This lets you see your person so you never lose them. Where'd she go? While I'm doing this, they're fixing other ones. This one's almost done. I'll get them. Where did they go? Sneaky boy. Okay. Closest hook will be frick. The hook is really far away here. I'm probably gonna wiggle free before I get to it. Oh. Yep. Oh, they got that. Damn. They have one more generator and then they can win. Pretty much all get loose. Where'd she go? That was a regular hit. It takes 2 of those. You can break these pallets with R1. R2's the hit. Now, I do believe this is his second time on hook, or doesn't matter, but there's a hook right here. I mean, it does matter. So if this is his second time on hook, you'll see the entity appear. And with the entity appearing, they have to struggle against it. If they're very bad at struggling, what will happen is the doors are activated. Man, I should have moried. But the mori only works if they all leave. And he dead. Third time on hook, he's dead. Oh, I can't obsess over her? What the heck? Gotcha. Can't obsess over her for some reason. I don't know what that rule is. And she down. And I don't know if this is my third or second time with her or first time. Closest hook is probably this one over here. Ah, get up. Wait. You're on the hook. This is probably her second time. Let's see. So to fight the entity, you'll have to do quick checks, and if you miss a quick check, it brings you closer to the end. I don't know if the crow thing was working. They're probably both waiting at the exit, hoping I'll come to them. Oh, she died. I think he's gonna make it to the exit anyway. Might as well all the way Halloween up. So that's the exit over there. If I go in there, they'll just leave. But if they're dumb enough to try and get me, I might be able to down one and then sacrifice them to the entity. Because once that timer up there's up, the entity comes out to play. Usually it corrupts the ground. I don't know why it's not corrupting the ground. Oh, they made it. We got one. So that is it. That is it on Michael's play.